January 31st. NATO's sitting 7-8 all time versus the Falcons. Looking to make that 8-8. They have won 3 of 4 since 2020. They sit at 12-5 overall, 7-4 in the USA South. Good for 4th in the conference. They're 7-2 at home, led by Olivia Miller and Josie Hester, as well as the conference's top-ranked offense. More on that in a little bit. As for Pfeiffer, not quite the same luck. 3-14 overall, 3-9 in the conference, and 1-8 on the road as they prepare to take on a Tornado team that's looking to avenge a loss to number 1 Southern Virginia on Saturday, 57-54. A game that saw Josie Hester knock down 5 from beyond the arc. Tornadoes falling just short of that one and looking to get back on a winning streak tonight. On a Tuesday. In just a moment,
Appreciate
I'll have Carson Evans joining me here on the broadcast, Brevard College men's basketball player. He will be on the call for this matchup between the Falcons and the Tornadoes. In just a moment, we'll send you down to the PA for the announcement of the starters, but for now, we've got them right here. Starting things off for the Tornadoes will be number 5, Lexi Shepard, the junior guard, 5'2", out of Summerville, South Carolina, Summerville High School. After that, it's number 10, Olivia Miller, reigning USA South Rookie of the Year, the sophomore forward, 5'10", out of Hudson, North Carolina, South Caldwell High School. Then it's Jada Petty-Wilkins, number 11, the sophomore guard, 5'8", out of Tryon, North Carolina, RS Central High School. Josie Hester, number 15, the junior guard, 5'9", out of Huntersville, North Carolina. 9 is Faith Christian, transferred over here from UVA Wise, and then rounding out the 5 will be Nalia Boyce, the junior center, 6'0", or 6 foot, rather, out of Marion, North Carolina, McDowell High School. Tornadoes are led by head coach Donald Hudson in year 8, and was assisted by Ms. Annalie Bollinger in year 3. Now, for Pfeiffer, who is led by coach Montrese Hayes in his first season as the Pfeiffer Falcons head coach. For them, it'll be number 4, Lola Cabinet Ali, the freshman guard forward combo, 5'7", out of Mint Hill, North Carolina, Independence High School. Then it's number 11, Kennedy Hudler, junior guard, 5'3", out of Jefferson, North Carolina, Ashe County High School. Number 15, Mara Ochoa Contreras, the sophomore guard, 5'7", out of Mexico City, Mexico, IMG Academy. Number 21, Peyton McPeters, freshman forward, 6 foot, out of Marion, North Carolina, McDowell High School. Hailing from the same place as number 50, Nalia Boyce on the Tornadoes. And then the last of the 5 for Pfeiffer is number 23, Hannah Isley, sophomore forward, 5'8", out of China Grove, North Carolina, Carson High School. Hannah Isley out of China Grove, a Doobie Brothers reference right there. And in just a moment, we'll send you down to the PA for the anthem and the announcement of those starters. And it'll be time for some basketball here between the Tornadoes and the Falcons. Tornadoes looking for win number 13 and 18 tries. I'm Brady Penn. I will be joined momentarily by Carson Evans, bringing you this one tonight, USA South action on a Tuesday here at Brevard. Don't go anywhere. Back in a moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to meet tonight's starting lineups. First, we're visiting Falcons of Pfeiffer University. Head guard, 5'7" freshman from Mint Hill, North Carolina, number 4, Lola Cummins Alley. Head guard, 5'3" junior from Jefferson, North Carolina, number 11, Kennedy Hudler. Head guard, 5'4" sophomore from Mexico City, Mexico, number 15, Mara Ochoa Contreras. Head forward, 6' freshman from Marion, North Carolina, number 21, Peyton McPeters. And forward, 5'8" sophomore from Lexi Shepard. And forward, a 5'10" sophomore from Hudson, North Carolina, number 10, Olivia Miller. And guard, a 5'8" sophomore from Tryon, North Carolina, number 11, Jada Penny Wilkins. Number 15, Josie Hester. And at center, a 6-foot junior from Marion, North Carolina, number 50, Malia Royce. Your Tornadoes are coached by Mr. Donald Hudson and assisted by Miss Emily Bollington.
And there you have it, folks, the lineups for both teams. Brady Penn alongside Carson Evans. Carson, great to finally be able to have you back on the stream. The men's not in action tonight. And talk to us about what you're looking to see from these two teams, mainly Brevard.
Yeah, I appreciate you, Brady. I'm glad to be here. You know, we had the week off, no games until the weekend, so I was able to make it tonight and call the game with you. But out of both teams, I know Brevard is coming off a very frustrating loss to the number 1 seed, Southern Virginia, the other day. So they just keep applying pressure and come out with a win. And we know Pfeiffer's a scrappy team, and they're looking for a win. They're hungry, too, so it's going to be a battle all night long.
Absolutely. And here we are getting going. Mara Ochoa-Contreras with the basketball after the tip was won, and then quickly a travel committed by her.
It's good pressure from the start from Lexi Shepard, already causing a turnover.
So Tornado ball after the traveling violation, and here comes Lexi bringing it up the floor. Olivia Miller alongside her. She's got a message she wants us to relay here in a moment. Josie Hester up top, back to Lexi. Moving to her right, Josie has it. Hit 5 threes on Saturday. Now Boyce, who was also unstoppable. But it'll be Lexi Shepard who pulls the 3. It dies on the iron. And that pass nearly taken away by Lexi Shepard, who quickly got back on defense. Instead, it's Hudler into the corner, Isley. Now McPeters. Mara Ochoa-Contreras with Lexi Shepard, perhaps the Tornadoes' best defender on her. As she moves laterally with Ochoa-Contreras. And the pass is taken away. Knocked away, stolen. Now Lexi Shepard has it. Lexi to her right, it's Josie Hester. Hester, Nalia Boyce. Pass onto the left side, Miller. Petty Wilkins on the left wing. Now Lexi again. Right side, Josie Hester swings cross court to Miller. Petty Wilkins lets it fly from deep and facilitates things and gets caught in the cookie jar there.
Even go with the high post. That was a great rotation by China Pouncey to deflect that out of bounds off of the Pfeiffer Falcon offensive player.
Tornadoes are losing the rebound battle right now as Roan swings to China Pouncey. 6-point ball game, corner Lexi Shepard. Over to Pouncey. Now Roan in front of the Pfeiffer bench. Swings, no look over to Shepard, who jumps up to get it. Now looking for another pass. This time it's Roan again. She fires from deep, in and out. Offensive rebound, Michaela Street off her legs. She gets it back in a foul. That one might go against Angel Rowland. We'll see.
That's what, as Donald Hudson, that's what you want to see out of your players, attacking the offensive glass, and that's a great job by Michaela Street going.
And a quick apology, folks, for some signal loss the last few minutes as China Pouncey has a basketball. Lost connection there for a moment, but we are back as a pass from Olivia Miller flies over the head of number 5. So if you missed the last couple of moments, catch you up to speed. 50 seconds to go here in the first. 17-11 Tornado lead as Amanda Finch brings it up. Shania Haynes also newly checked in as she has the basketball. Hudler, Ochoa-Contreras. About 20 seconds between that shot clock and game clock. Ochoa-Contreras charges in. Now Hudler. Moving to her right, wants a screen from Rowland, gets it, but is caught up with by Pouncey. 6 on the shot clock. Ochoa-Contreras, Finch from deep again. This one's going to be off the mark, but it goes right to Hudler, who fires up a mid-range, cannot hit. Rebound, China Pouncey. Tornadoes can get the last shot if they want. Lexi Shepard may push it here. She does. Street left alone. Now charges in. Puts her head down. Goes up and is rejected there by Haynes. Pass is taken away. Roan, 5 seconds, and that one's deflected. Street and Hudler fighting for it, and it'll be Tornado basketball. See if they get a shot off with 2.3 to go.
A little hectic possession right there. It was good hustle by both sides.
Very hectic.
Possession will stay with the Tornadoes for the last 2.3 seconds, it appears.
Shepard Not even going to fire this one up. And that'll be the first. Not sure if that was by design or if Lexi wasn't quite sure that it was 2.3 left. Either way, the Tornadoes hold a 17-11 lead at the end of the first. Feels like it should be a little larger, but we'll see if they expand on this in the second. Back here in just a moment from the Bosch, Falcons and Tornadoes. Back for the second quarter of action. Tornadoes leading at 17-11, shooting an efficient 47% from the field. Pfeiffer shooting 33% from the field, but are 3 for 6 from deep. Tornadoes only 1 for 4. Tornadoes losing the rebound battle at the moment, 10-7, and that was actually one of Coach Hudd's keys to the games was to rebound. So we'll see what kind of adjustments the Tornadoes come with here. Defend without fouling is one that they have hit on for the most part. I believe 2 fouls in that first quarter for the NATOs, so doing a good job of that, and Coach Hudd would like to see that continue. As Pouncey goes to Street, Alexis Marshall, her first time in, gives to Pouncey. Nalia at the free throw line, instantly swarmed. Pouncey back to Nalia, one-on-one, going at the defender and drawing the foul. That was Mick Peters in the way of Nalia Boyce there. And she has to hack her, no choice. Nalia too strong.
They got to keep getting it down low. If Pfeiffer wants to be in that zone, just keep trying to get into the middle and just kick out. It's been working. Appreciate it.
Boyce fires and hits the first free throw. And knocks down the second. 19-11 here early on in the second quarter. Ochoa Contreras reversing course as Alexis Marshall guards up on her. And now Roan going up in the air and deflecting that one, but it's going to head over to Coach Victory and the scorer's table, staying with Pfeiffer.
That looks like one of those adjustments you was talking about coming out the break. A little full court pressure there, man-to-man by the NATOs.
Absolutely. As Hannah Isley will inbound here. It's Bynum. 30 seconds into the second. Kennedy Hudler. Looking, now goes to her left. And now Bynum driving inside. Bynum going up and is fouled.
It's a good strong drive right there. It looks like her teammate rubbed off over her and it opened up a lane. She attacked it nice.
Taking a look, already 10 different Pfeiffer players have checked in, but only 2 have scored. That's Amanda Finch and Kennedy Hudler. And Finch with 8 of the 11. Now make it 12 with 3 Pfeiffer Falcons having scored after Bynum knocks down that free throw. A lot of turnovers. 6 different Falcons with turnovers so far, as both free throws good. And it's a 6-point ball game. Pfeiffer is hanging around despite how poorly it seems they've played. As Street has it up top, corner, Marshall lets it fly, and that one too strong. Pulled in by China Pouncey on the offensive end. Effort play there from China. Street, hop step inside. A good look there, a good move, and 2 more for number 2.
Like you said, effort plays. That was all happened by China Pouncey getting that offensive rebound and a great drive by Street.
Hudler over to Alexis Bynum. Now Ochoa Contreras going to square up a 3 of her own. That one misses off the right side of the rim. Going up, getting blocked, and firing it up was number 4, Lola Cabanas Ali. They call a jump ball, and the possession arrow does stay with Pfeiffer. Miss the days when we'd have real jump balls, man.
Yeah, they go to center court and jump it up.
Up top, it's Isley. Drives in on Street and a foul. Looks like Michaela Street Might have had her feet caught up there a little bit for just a second.
Looked like she was caught off guard by that drive right there. Tried to recover, but they got it with a foul.
Corner. Hudler bounces to Ochoa Contreras. And now inside, Cabinets Ali. Left alone and dropping in 2 more there for Pfeiffer is Hannah Isley.
It was a great pass right there, man.
Looks like they're starting to move the ball around a little bit more. Pfeiffer, that is, as Marshall has it in the corner. Instead, she'll defer to Roan. Street, Pouncey, a 3 of her own. That one way off the mark. Catching nothing but air there for China Pouncey. As Bynum passes again to an open Isley, but this time she overshoots it. Rebound pulled in by Michaela Street. 2 minutes into the second. Already a lot of action so far in the second period. A little pump fake there by Street, and then she goes to her left and gives to Alexis Marshall. Back to Street. Pouncey once more. Boyce, one-on-one. Instead, she'll pass it to Marshall. Corner. Roan bombs away. Yes! Roan knocks one down from deep, and it's a 9-point game.
And that's just good unselfishness by number 13, Alexis Marshall, making that extra pass.
Now pass inside, finishing as Isley, and she draws the contact and will have a chance for one more. So an immediate answer from Pfeiffer.
And if the Natos are going to press, they just got to be able to not get beat like that deep. Because the past few possessions, Pfeiffer has been able to break the press, get some good looks down low.
Isley, a chance to convert the 3-point play here. And does not. Free throw rattles around and out. Now Roan to the left, puts her head down and goes to Hester, who just checked back in. Bounce into Boyce, and it goes between her legs and is taken away by Hudler. Pass in transition to Ochoa Contreras. Going at Hester, she'll defer to Cabinets Ali. Left alone, Bynum, left wing, 3, cash. A quick 5-0 run by Pfeiffer has it back to a 4-point ball game.
It's turnovers leading the points. If you're the Natos, you do not want to give that up.
Roan to her left, Hester. Gonna fire one up. That one way off the mark. Tornadoes not shooting well from 3, but Alexis Marshall there to grab the offensive rebound. Hester, a pass to Boyce. Roan, another 3-pointer. That one finds the bottom of the net. Christina Roan, really the only one consistently shooting from beyond the arc right now for the Tornadoes.
And if you're Pfeiffer on the other end, you don't want to give up those second chance points because the Natos have capitalized.
Corner, Hudler, pump fakes now. Takes a 2, no good, and the rebound knocked out of Christina's hands, but a foul. So you take a look at the team stats. Tornadoes 3 for 9 from deep, and 2 of those coming off the hand of Christina Roan. Petty Wilkins 1 for 2 from deep. Josie Hester and Lexi Shepard both tried one and missed, as well as Alexis Marshall and China Pouncey. But Roan at 2 for 3 and now finds Nalia Boyce wide open under the basket, but she can't finish it. A rare lapse there from Nalia Boyce. Doesn't look too worried about it, though. Nalia always smiling out there.
Yeah, she knows she owes Christina that assist right there. That was a great pass by Christina.
I have a feeling she'll get it back later on in this game as a travel is called against Hudler. She got sandwiched between Roan and Hester there, and Lexi Shepard will take this opportunity to check back in. Josie Hester will have a seat. Pass into Christina Roan, 6:07 to go in the second, 27-20 ball game. Marshall, Street, turns and gives to Roan. Corner, Lexi Shepard, back to Roan. Hot potato here with the basketball. Marshall inside, floats one up off the glass and gets it to go. High off the glass there, and that one drops in smoothly, and she nearly comes away with a steal on the inbound. Bynum does have it, though, and will defer over to Isley. Maya Horton now on the left side, picked up by Lexi Shepard. 5:40 to go. Back to a 9-point lead as it stands. Horton crosses over on Shepard and then has second thoughts as she gives to Bynum. Horton, once again, inside, goes up and gets the finish. A nice attack at the basket there.
Yeah, that was just simply a strong take by Maya Horton. Felt like she had a size disadvantage and just attacked. It's a good take right there.
Shepard trying to get it to Boyce. It's knocked up in the air, and again, Alexis Marshall on the spot. Roan again from deep. Bang! Christina Roan letting it fly, and it's paying dividends as this pass is high and across the court to Maya Horton. Immediately going to charge in again. In the corner, she has Hudler. Now Bynum. Good pickup defense by the NATOs, but Horton gets away from Street on the pass and gets 2 more. Horton doing a good job getting to the rack right now.
Yeah, she had Michaela Street sealed, and Michaela went for the steal and missed and had an open layup.
That one knocked up in the air by a couple of Pfeiffer Falcons. It'll stay with the NATOs. An immediate timeout coming here. So just under 5 minutes to go in half number 1. The Tornadoes holding an 8-point advantage. Trying not to play around too much with Pfeiffer here. Pfeiffer sitting at 4-13, but you know, teams like that, nothing to lose for them. Tornadoes with a lot at stake as they sit 4th in the conference, trying to climb a little bit higher as we near that tournament.
Yeah, both teams are starting to look to attack more. I like what I'm seeing from number 14, Maya Horton of the Falcons. She's really keeping the Falcons in the game right now, honestly.
Horton, 4 points for her, but they've both come in the recent stages. A spark plug off the bench, 2 rebounds for her as well. Has been fairly efficient. And now, as we mentioned at the beginning of the quarter, there were only 2 Pfeiffer Falcons that had scored. Now all of a sudden 5 different Falcons are getting into this one, and you see the involvement kind of paying dividends for Pfeiffer, and it's a reason that the Tornadoes aren't running away with this thing after a few big 3-pointers here in the second.
Yeah, both sides have been playing good the past couple of minutes. Tornadoes a little iffy on the passes, and Pfeiffer's been active with their hands, causing deflections. But the Tornadoes will you know, just keep sharing the ball like they have been, and Alexis Marshall finding Christina Roan, and Christina's been a good spark for the NATOs also. It's hit 2 straight threes, so that's been a good spark for the NATOs.
Like you said, those kind of risky passes, Tornadoes definitely being aggressive, not being gun-shy, firing the rock around. As they come back in to resume this final 4:42 of the first half. It'll be Christina Roan to inbound, and she floats into Boyce. Thinks about the immediate jumper. Instead, it'll be Marshall. Roan again. That one nearly had the Bosch loud, but right there is Boyce to put it back up. It dances on the rim for a moment and falls.
That's that mid-range we were talking about. It's cash, man.
I have a feeling that Leah Boyce is about to get going.
Oh, yeah.
As Hudler has it, right elbow, and goes to Bynum, who steps back. Hudler once again in front of head coach Donald Hudson, trying to make sure he doesn't get in the way. Bynum wants Horton and finds her, and Horton going to attack, but will be called for a travel. She does not agree. I didn't see much there. What did you see?
Yeah, it looked like she just caught and turned and moved her feet before she put the ball down. I agree. It did look like a travel.
Just a half second early. As Boyce goes up to get that one, now gives to Street. Not sure what to do, gives to Roan. Roan fighting, and Horton takes it away. Horton, another big energy play there as she falls, and a foul. It looked to me as she just kind of fell, but a whistle will be tacked on to the Tornadoes here. And
that's number 14, Maya Horton, being active again with the steal. She's been great off the bench for the Pfeiffer Falcons.
It'll be the 4th Tornado foul. So one more, and the Falcons will ride the bonus out here for the rest of the half. Bynum. Hudler hands to Amanda Finch. Finch is playing really well early on. Cabanis Ali, guarded by Olivia Miller, steps back, now gives to Finch. Finch trying to find a pass and does. Now down low, it's Cabanis Ali, 7 on the shot clock. Bynum around the screen, stepping back, long 2, contested by Boyce, but it hits home.
It's a good shot right there by number 3, Alexis Bynum. She came off that screen, and she had it in her mind to go score with the shot clock running down.
It was a good closeout attempt by Boyce, who gets the basketball and swings into the corner. Roan from deep, bang! An explosion for Christina Roan right now.
Oh, yeah.
4 3-pointers. Still 3 minutes to go in the opening act of this one. Hudler. Finch getting the call. And now Finch moving away from the screen that was being set by Rowland. Into the corner, Hudler. 3 on the shot clock. She gets a screen once again. Finch is going to run out of time. Lack of awareness there, possibly, as Hudler and Finch both kind of with a mistake there. Hudler gave it up with about 2 seconds left on the shot clock, and either Finch didn't realize or thought she could get there quicker than she did.
Let's see if they find Christina Rowan again. She's on fire, and they're looking.
There she is again, and that one just misses short. The Bosch crowd wants Christina Rowan to run up these three-point numbers.
They would have exploded if she made that one.
You heard everybody hold their breath for a moment, ready to explode the way she has. Finch around a screen from Rowland. Now Cabinets Ali finds a backdoor cutting Bynum, who puts it in. Jada Petty-Wilkins fell asleep there for a moment.
Oh, yeah. It's a good cut and a good pass. Just good offense, and caught Jada Petty-Wilkins ball watching right there.
Shepard gives to Petty-Wilkins, who will swing to Olivia Miller up top. Roan. Everybody getting a little bit louder when Christina Roan gets the basketball right now. Lexi Shepard moves to her right. Petty-Wilkins, she'll square up a three of her own, and that one is going to miss off the mark.
It's a good look.
Petty-Wilkins hit one earlier, has cooled down a little bit. 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. 2 for 7 total. Has not been shy in throwing it up. Bynum passes over to Finch over the screen, and a travel as she tried to scoot back. Wouldn't have mattered anyway. She missed.
Yeah, definitely shuffled her feet there, and the ref were on it. That's hard to do, though. Coming off a flare screen and trying to set your feet while catching the ball, that's hard to do.
Lexi Shepard gives over to Miller. Miller, a relatively quiet game so far as Boyce. Corner, Roan, she'll pass that one up. Lexi, free throw line jumper, too strong. Rebound pulled in by Cabinets Ali. A foul against Lexi Shepard, and now for the final 109 of the first half, it will be bonus time for Pfeiffer. Alexis Marshall will come back in. So 2 free throws for Cabinets Ali. She hits the first. Cabinets Ali with the second one coming here. Knocks them both down. And now she'll head over to the bench. Hannah Isley back in.
We'll see if the NATOs can extend the lead here going into halftime.
Pfeiffer still just hanging around. 7-point ball game as that pass is deflected out of bounds towards that NATO student section down there.
I would like to see them go back and attack the middle with Nalia Boyce, whether it's a mid-range shot or she turns around, kicks it out for a three.
Petty-Wilkins over to Marshall. Crossing the pass over to Olivia Miller. Olivia finds a cutting Marshall, who will have her pass deflected, but it goes to Boyce anyways. Left elbow, Boyce short. Rebound knocked away. Boyce has it underneath the basket. Olivia Miller right there. And the Tornadoes stick with it and get rewarded.
It's good hustle from number 13, Alexis Marshall. She kept that play alive. And what a pass by Nalia.
Maya Horton, left wing. Horton possibly the biggest spark plug for Pfeiffer sticking around as that pass goes past Isley. A miscommunication there. And she wanted Isley to stay put, and she cut right as she released that one. I'm sure you've been there.
Oh,
as an
yeah.
active guard. You cut the wrong way right as the pass is flying your way.
Yeah, with our offense, we back there all the time. So that happens all the time with us.
Miller. NATOs can take the last shot if they want it, but Nalia Boyce gets a wide open look underneath the basket. It spins around on the iron and drops. 11-point lead. Finch going to look for one final shot. She heaves it up, and that one is going to harmlessly fall hard off the glass. 41-30, the tally at halftime. And Carson, tell us a little bit about what you've seen.
Yeah, well, we'll start with the NATOs. I love what I'm seeing. They're getting the ball down low to Nalia Boyce, and she's been doing a great job of not only finding her own and getting mid-range shots, but finding her teammates. And in that zone, they've been attacking it and sharing the ball very well. As you saw, Christina Rowan caught fire, hitting a couple threes there late. And overall, they've just been playing good. Just to keep attacking, if Pfeiffer stays in that zone, we'll see if they make any adjustments. And as far as Pfeiffer, they've had some good sparks off the bench later on in that second quarter. But the game is not too far out of reach, so we'll see what Pfeiffer does coming out the half. They had a good last couple minutes of that second quarter, so see if they can keep it up.
100%, and yes, they did have a good couple of minutes. The score was 24-20 after the Alexis Bynum three-pointer at the 7:14 mark. Since then, NATO's went on a 17-10 run to close out the half, and they have an 11-point lead now as it stands here at the Bosch. And taking a look at some of the individual stats for Pfeiffer, a few different primary scores. Number 9, Alexis Bynum with 9, 4 points for Hannah Isley, 8 for Amanda Finch. And then you mentioned Maya Horton. She's got 4 on her own on an efficient 2 for 3 with 2 rebounds as well. And then you take a look for Brevard, Olivia Miller with 8 points, Nalia Boyce with 10, Christina Roan leading all scorers with 12, all for the three-point variety. Street and Marshall with 2 apiece, Josie Hester with 2 as well. Only put up 2 shots in that first half, not characteristic of Josie Hester. JD Petty Wilkins with 5 of her own. And what have you seen on both sides individually?
Yeah, individually, Josie, I feel like she knows she looks to score, and I feel like her shot will come later on in the game if Pfeiffer does make adjustments. But if she stays on that wing and Leah Boyce or Olivia's down low and they kick it out, her shot will come as well as the other perimeter players. But overall, they've been playing pretty good basketball all around. Lexi Shepard's been very active on defense. Alexis Marshall, China Pouncey have been keeping the offensive glass alive and second chance points. So everybody on the NATOs that has played has been playing extremely well.
You talk about those second chances, and you nailed it. I mean, the Tornadoes, 12 more shots in the first half than Pfeiffer had. Actually nearly identical shooting percentages. Pfeiffer 47.8%, Brevard 48.6%. But the NATO shot 35 times, Pfeiffer only 23 times. NATOs are still losing that rebound battle that Coach Hudson had as his number one key to the game, a 16-13 tally. But 0 lead changes in this one. The Tornadoes have led all the way and crushing the assist margin right now, 12-6. And really, not a lot has gone wrong. Despite Pfeiffer hanging around, it hasn't been poor Tornado defense. They haven't been fouling a whole lot, and they've been pretty efficient on the offensive end, minus a couple eager passes there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and like you were saying, with the keys to the game, rebounding is number one, but also keys to the game from Coach Hud was execute clean offense. And I think they did a good job, especially to start, the NATOs that is. They did a good job executing their offense, attacking that zone, getting the ball where they wanted to go. So we'll see if they can keep that up.
100%. 4 turnovers. The only mistakes, really, they're blemishes for the Tornadoes to only turn the ball over 4 times, 14 times for Pfeiffer. And the Tornadoes going to look to continue to take advantage off of that. 11 points off turnovers in that first half. And as it stands, it's a 41-30 Tornado lead. Brady Penn with Carson Evans. We'll be back with you guys here in just a few moments for second half action. We'll step aside for now. Taking a break. Tornadoes leading it by 11 here against the Pfeiffer Falcons. Back here for the second half, Tornadoes and Falcons. Nados leading at 41-30. Back here for second half action, Brady Penn with Carson Evans. And Carson, what are you looking to continue or maybe swing the other way here in half number 2?
I'm looking to see some type of adjustment from Pfeiffer on the defensive end because that zone they were running, it was working a little bit, but the Tornadoes were kind of dissecting it and getting in the middle a little easily. So we'll see if they can switch that up. And for the Nados, just keep attacking, keep getting rebounds, and finding their open looks for their teammates.
Absolutely, as Roan hit 4 threes in the first half, but Petty Wilkins has it after the pass from her. She loses the basketball, tries to dive after it. Instead, it's taken away by Peyton McPeters. McPeters over to Ochoa Contreras, who calls out the play and gives off to Kennedy Hudler. Hudler to her left. McPeters losing it. The ref saved that one from going out of bounds. It bounces off of him. He'll pretend it didn't happen and bounces it into Kabinas Ali, who floats it inside. A pass into the corner. McPeters after Isley had it, and now it's taken away. Intercepted Jada Petty Wilkins. Petty Wilkins moving inside, now turning around and finding Olivia Miller up top. Miller, corner, alone. Roan from deep. Yes! Her 5th already. 5 times from beyond the arc. Pass flies out of the reach of Hannah Isley, and 2 quick turnovers on the first 2 possessions for Pfeiffer, and immediately Peyton McPeters is going to go have a seat. Coach not happy with her. Alexis Bynum will come get her, and she knows that was not her finest hour.
Seems like Christina Roan stayed hot. We'll see if she can keep it going here.
Miller bounce into Boyce. Boyce into the corner. Petty Wilkins. Roan again. This time she'll go to Miller. Miller, left side street in the corner. She'll charge inside on Kabinas Ali, and a pass overshoots Nalia Boyce. It's taken away by Bynum, who's going to move quick. Bynum pushes it over to Ochoa Contreras, and a travel. 3 possessions, 3 turnovers.
Yeah, it's just silly turnovers by the Pfeiffer Falcons coming out. They just got to be more poised and realizing that they can't have these turnovers early in the half like this.
Roan gives up to Jada Petty Wilkins. Now Miller. Petty Wilkins again. Stepping back and goes over to Miller now. Olivia, 15 on the shot clock. Jada once more. The right corner, Street, long 2, bounces around and falls out. Bynum to her left, Ochoa Contreras. Now Alexis Bynum has it once more. Guarded by Michaela Street. She'll go over to her left, Ochoa Contreras again. Summons Hudler towards her and gives it up. Hudler tries to find a cutting Isley, and it's off her fingertips out of bounds. So another turnover. 4 possessions, 4 turnovers, and I honestly want to see how long they can keep this thing going.
Yeah, it's been good defense, and they just had good looks. Just got to connect with the pass.
Miller over to Roan. Now Petty Wilkins from deep. That one is money. Had struggled a little bit after making one early on, but puts another one through there. Now 2 for 4 from beyond the arc, 3 for 8 all in all. As Isley going to square up a 3 of her own and buries it. Nalia Boyce, don't think that she respected that shot very much.
Yeah, I don't think she wanted to go out there and guard on the perimeter. And she just said hand down, man down. She let it fly.
Olivia Miller, corner, Street once more. Back to Miller, who fires it into Boyce, and it's intercepted, but bounces right back to Nalia, who finds a cutting Street. She goes up and gets 2 more. Good job contorting her body to not fly into the defender, who did have the feet set. Could have been a charge if she didn't get out of the way.
Oh, yeah, because she was set. She was outside of the arc. Could have been a charge if she would have failed.
Ochoa Contreras with 3 different Falcons getting ready to check back in. Hudler will let it fly. That one clangs off the back iron, and Christina Roan kind of gives a little push to Bynum. Not sure if she sold it a little bit or not. Hard to tell from up here. 50-50, we'll call it.
Yeah, probably didn't even see her. She was just going for the ball and just inadvertent contact right there.
I'm going to say that wasn't anything malicious. Christina Rowe, not really a Draymond type. Bynum, right side. Thought about going over to Isley, but she got her back turned, and now Angel Rowland, who just checked back in, gives to another newly checked in Falcon. It's Finch, and her shot flies off the front of the rim. Street gets the rebound and gives to Petty Wilkins. Petty Wilkins fires another pass to Roan, who looks no look over actually to Nalia Boyce, but she gets rejected by Rowland. I said she was looking for boys. She actually didn't look at all. Horton. Bynum. Circling back and slowing things down with 6:08 to go here in the third. And the Tornadoes leading by 16, 49-33. Bynum scoops a pass into Horton and a foul against Rowan. She puts her hand up, does not agree.
Seems like they're calling some ticky-tacky fouls all game long. Any type of contact, looks like the refs are trying to blow that whistle.
I was just about to say the same thing. Bynum into Horton on the left wing. Swing into the corner. Bynum with Street on her. Moves back towards that USA South logo in front of her own bench. Bynum, 11 on the shot clock, and an offensive foul. The screen was moving a little bit by Angel Rowland.
Yep, illegal screen there, yeah.
5:51 to go here in the third. 49-33 Tornado lead. Christina Roan brings it up. She's knocked down 5 from deep. We'll see if that number grows. Street loses it, but gets it to Petty Wilkins. Jada swings to Roan. It's out of her reach. Jada kind of got caught up there and picked up the dribble and found herself in an awkward position, kind of trying to throw that one cross body.
Yeah.
Cross body and to her left is a tough look.
It is. It's hard to do, especially being right-handed, too.
So good counter there by Pfeiffer on the defensive end of things. Finch gives to Horton. Inside, Isley goes at Miller and goes up strong. Isley really has been one of the more fearless scorers for this Pfeiffer team. And she's only a sophomore. Sophomore out of China Grove. As Boyce turns around now into the corner. Street. A three-pointer from her. It's good. Michaela Street from down the street, knocking one down from deep, 52-35. 17-point lead, starting to separate a little bit.
See if they go back to Isley, and she attacks.
Isley again going at Miller, loses it, but it's going to be off of Miller. Now Bynum has it. 8 on the shot clock. Bynum, Finch from deep. That one misses. And now inside, getting by and getting rejected is Isley. Nalia Boyce came from the backside and sent that one back where it came from.
Great help side defense there for the block.
Street. Awkward pass there to Petty Wilkins. Now Miller. Boyce, that turnaround rolls in.
Yep. It's patented. Signature.
Coach Hudson loves it. And it's a 19-point lead, largest of the night for the Tornadoes. McPeters getting ready to come back in and hopefully atone for her mistakes at the beginning of this quarter that Vontrese Hayes did not like at all. Bynum turns the other way away from Street, floats one up off the side of the backboard, and Michaela Street tries to kind of scoop her dribble there and ends up bowling it over towards that Pfeiffer bench. Media timeout coming here, 54-35. Nados have pushed themselves a little bit further away from Pfeiffer here in the third, outscoring them 13-5 so far. We'll step aside for just a moment for the timeout, and then we'll be back. 3:45 remaining in the third. Don't go anywhere, folks. Tornado basketball. Mm-hmm. Yep. Them adjustments, man. You can hand me the charger cord in my book bag, bro. It's in the back. Appreciate it, yeah. Y'all play here this weekend, right? They're not that great on the men's side, are they?
Nah, they beat us the first time. Kid dropped like 30 on us.
Oh, really?
Yeah, by like 6.
Dang. I got you. Bynum, apologies. A bit more technical difficulties here on the stream. Microphones were not on for the last couple of moments. Hudler, left side, apologies for the technical difficulties here tonight on the stream. But if you've been keeping up, Tornadoes leading at 56-40, 45 seconds left to go in the third. Inside, going up and getting fouled there is Alexis Bynum.
She's been attacking all night long, Alexis Bynum. I really like what I'm seeing from her, though. Staying aggressive, trying to claw back into this lead.
41.9 to go here in the third, 56-40 the score. First free throw good from Bynum. Bynum with 12 points now, 4 for 5 from the field. And as a result, the leading scorer for Pfeiffer in 21 minutes. Gresham will inbound. As we near the fourth. 36 to go here in third. China Pouncey. Over to Marshall. Now Shepard. Marshall. Kennedy Noble back to Marshall, but a travel. Picked that foot up, and a Tornado turnover, leading by 14.
Yeah, I think the Tornadoes got to look to get some type of offensive set here. Just looks real stalled the last couple of possessions.
Of course, none of the real primary scorers out on the floor for the Tornadoes either. As Lexi Shepard fighting for that one, trying to get the steal, but the possession arrow will be taken by Pfeiffer.
It's good awareness, being active.
Nearly had that one ripped all the way loose. Coach Donald Hudson wants Kennedy Noble near that half-court line as Bynum takes in the pass, now going to try and get the edge on Lexi Shepard, and coming around getting the steal is Marshall. She goes up with the layup and puts two more in. Great defense there in the backcourt. Lexi Shepard got into a foot race with Bynum. Alexis Marshall took notice and came in and ripped it clean off. Firing a straightaway three now is Isley. It'll be well off the mark. And just like that, the Tornadoes lead it 58-42, a 16-point lead as we enter the final frame of play. Nados looking good, trying to close it out and get win number 13 here in game number 18. Back in a moment from the Bosch, Brady Penn and Carson Evans. Final quarter of action here from the Bosch. Fourth quarter winning time here for Coach Hudson and the Nados. They've been so successful in this venue for the past 3 years. As Shepard gives to Noble, who had tried 2 threes, now pump fakes and goes inside, firing one up, misses short. And Kavinas Ali takes it in. Gresham and Noble, two not quite familiar faces, still in there to begin this final frame. Ochoa Contreras intercepted once again by Alexis Marshall, and a take foul there on Kennedy Hudler.
It's good defense by the backcourt, Alexis and Lexi Shepard of the Nados. Alexi, just being great on-ball defender, making it hard for the on-ball handler, and she just threw that one away. And Alexis there to get the steal.
Definitely. Pouncey, 30 seconds into the fourth here, will inbound to Lexi Shepard. We'll give it right back to China. Marshall swings to her left. Noble. Now back to Marshall. Corner, Lexi Shepard. Lexi charges inside on the baseline, has it knocked out of her hand by the defender. It'll stay with the NATOs. Gresham, right corner, over to Noble. Now Lexi once again guarded by Alexis Bynum. Ranges to the right, in front of Coach Hudson and company. 3 on the shot clock, and I have to fire one up, missing off the glass, and now the rebound goes off of the hand of Hannah Isley and then off the foot of Lexi Shepard, so it'll stay with Pfeiffer. Bynum, past midcourt. Now to the left, it's McPeters. Bynum again. Working on Alexis Marshall. Alexis on Alexis action as that pass deflected but taken back in by Isley. Up top, Hudler from deep connects.
Don't want to let her get hot. That's one thing she is good at. Nice shot right there.
Absolutely. Lead back to 13 for the Tornadoes, so getting a little bit closer. It was at 19 at one point as Shepard swings to Marshall. Marshall cross court. Noble in the corner. Gresham quickly swarmed and has the ball taken away. Kabina Ali with the steal there. Bynum pushing it underneath the basket. Going up and getting 2 more for Pfeiffer is Isley, who has played really well.
Yeah, Isley and Alexis, them two have just been real good on the offensive side for the Falcons, and that was a great look right there for Alexis Bynum.
Shepard up top to Alexis Marshall. Now Pouncey. Shepard finds a crease, goes inside, floats one up, can't find it. Lexi Shepard not her best shooting night, as Bynum and her will continue to race to that half-court line, step for step with each other. Maya Horton getting ready to check back in. Around the screen now is Bynum. China Pouncey will switch on to her, another top-tier defender. Bynum inside on Noble, and Noble reaching. Isley with 11 points after that last basket a moment ago, and you look at the Pfeiffer scores, 11 for Isley, 13 for Bynum, and 8 for Finch, and that's really been the ones doing the heavy lifting, as well as Kennedy Hudler with 9 points on 3 makes from downtown. Some substitutions here for the Tornadoes. Miller, Petty Wilkins, Roan, and Boyce all check back in. As underneath the basket, Hudler going to fire one up on Roan, cannot find it. Shepard in traffic and gets knocked down from behind. Hudler taking her to the ground. Not sure how much Lexi Shepard appreciates that. Part of the game.
Yeah. Seems like Donald Hudson put some of his key players who have been doing good all game back in the game as the Pfeiffer Falcons were starting to claw back into the lead.
Kind of feeling things shrinking just a bit as the lead back down to 11. Miller, good defense by Maya Horton. Now Lexi has it. Miller again into the corner. Roan. Boyce turning around up top. Lexi gonna drive in and float one up. That one off the mark. Lexi Shepard, a contested look there, and now gonna try and challenge Bynum on defense, and she'll back off after all.
I would have liked to see her shoot that 3 there, and don't hesitate and try to drive. Just take what the defense gives you.
Lexi doesn't shoot a ton of them, but I agree, it was open there. Around the screen, Bynum goes up and gets fouled on that mid-range jumper just outside the paint. That's Lexi's third. Take a look at Lexi's numbers. 0 for 5 from the field, 4 rebounds and a couple of assists. Has not turned the ball over.
I'm curious to see if we'll see any more of Josie Hester tonight. Haven't seen a lot of her tonight.
Have not seen a lot of Josie Hester. As a matter of fact, Hester has only taken 2 shots, and don't think we've seen her at all in the second half, as a matter of fact. Sitting on the bench, only 10 minutes for her. As Petty Wilkins nearly has a pass taken away. It's a foul on Horton. Thought the jump ball might be called there as Roan and Horton got tangled up. Instead, it's a foul against Horton as her and Christina wrestled for that ball. Miller into Lexi Shepard. 4.5 or so remaining. 6.5 rather. 4.5 in. Shepard to the right. Petty Wilkins lets this one fly again. That one off back iron and rebounded by Kabinas Ali. Bynum. Inside, it is Isley. Has her pass knocked up in the air by Petty Wilkins, but she can't recover to save it. So it'll stay with the Falcons, 5:59 to go. A timeout coming here for Pfeiffer. Feel like they can get back into this one all of a sudden, down 10 with just under 6 minutes to go. And we'll find out here over the final stages. Tornadoes leading at 58-48. We'll step aside, back in a moment. Back here in the fourth, 5:59 to go. Alexis Bynum wants Isley to come near her. She finally does. Gives the ball off. Back to Bynum. Bynum around the screen. Gives to Isley. Now Hudler. Christina Roan guarding her tightly. In her pocket, and she takes it away. In her pocket and then picking her pocket. Christina Roan dribbling around defenders and now gives to Miller. 5:36 to go. Shepard left side. Over to Miller. Floats one into Boyce. Boyce gets by the defender and gets that layup. Strong pass, strong turn, and strong finish. All around good play there from the Tornadoes.
Talk about threading the needle. I don't see how that pass got through. I thought that was going to be a turnover right there. It's a good look, though.
Hudler instantly surrounded and will try to get by Lexi Shepard. Now has her isolated once again. Horton with the basketball right side. Going to challenge Jada Petty Wilkins in a foul. I guess Jada reached that hand in there. Maybe
it looked
some
like
incidental contact.
Yeah, looked like got her with the body on the drive.
5:08 remaining in this contest. It's a 12-point Tornado lead. Not quite out of the woods yet. Horton up top, brought that pass in. Might have moved that foot a little early. It wasn't called. Horton, Isley, back to Horton. It's through her hands and taken away by Analia Boyce. Shepard not going to push the pass, at least yet. Corner, Miller. Looks around and then finds Jada Petty Wilkins. Petty Wilkins will throw to no one there. And she expected Christina Roan to be there. Now a media timeout coming. Coach Hudson going to confer with his team. And that was a strange pass there from Jada Petty Wilkins.
Yeah, threw it right into the front row, but I guess she was thinking Christina Roan was on the wing instead of the corner, and she was going for the one more look for the open shooter. And just
saw her out of the peripheral.
Yeah.
Maybe thought that she was cutting that way too even, but
yeah,
a turnover there. It will be Pfeiffer basketball down 12 with 4:43 to go. Taking a look at some of these team stats, still fairly close, really close in the field goal percentage department. 47% for the NATOs, just under 46% for Pfeiffer. And then from deep, Pfeiffer actually with the edge. They've hit 7 of 17. Tornadoes at 8 for 21. Pfeiffer's also shot 5 more free throws, knocking in 3 more. And the Tornadoes now getting well outpaced in that rebound battle. But despite that, still holding a double-digit lead with less than 5 minutes to go. Defensively, rebounding the ball, it's 20-11 in favor of Pfeiffer. So not a whole lot going on the defensive glass for the Tornadoes. But they do have 21 points off turnovers and 10 steals. They'll take that every time.
Yeah, I feel like we're going to see Pfeiffer try to be way more aggressive down the stretch here as they're trying to get back into this game.
Tornadoes double the amount of first half turnovers they had, though, here in the second half. 8 turnovers here in half number 2 as Horton charges in and cannot find the layup. Rebound taken in by Kabinas Ali, and she's right there for the second chance.
Yep, right out the timeout, attacking early. And those second chance points, like Donald Hudson said before the game, got to rebound.
Horton had a good look. Couldn't finish the layup, but right there was Kabinas Ali. Miller shifts over and now gives to Christina Roan, who drives in, goes back to Olivia Miller. Left side, pass up top, Petty Wilkins. Jada Petty Wilkins, Shepard, Roan in the corner. Roan moves to her left, passes inside. Boyce turning around. Aaliyah Boyce with a finish once again.
It's a good look. Way to keep attacking down low with Aaliyah Boyce. Has been working all game. Unselfishness right there by Christina.
100%. Bynum, 3:50 to go, 12-point ball game. Bynum trying to lose Lexi Shepard. She moves back onto that left side, getting a screen from Isley. Goes around it. Mid-range jumper over Miller, no good. Rebound hauled in by Aaliyah Boyce. Lexi wants Roan to come towards her. And now goes to her left, Olivia Miller. Miller, bounce, taken away. Kennedy Hudler, Horton, fast break, goes up and cannot find the finish once again. Horton misses that one out. Long pass by Miller to Shepard. Shepard scooting back between three defenders, loses it and is taken away by Isley. Sloppy offense here as Lexi Shepard chasing from behind. Just in time, Isley gets the pass off. Mid-range there, Kabinas Ali cans it.
And if you're the NATOs, you don't want to have those type of turnovers late in the game like this.
That was Lexi's first turnover all ball game. Petty Wilkins, left alone, lets it fly, missing, but an offensive rebound, Lexi Shepard. Lexi turning around, scoops over to Miller. Roan, another three-point try, in and out. Rebound brought in Kennedy Hudler, 2:39 to play, and a timeout here for head coach Von Treese Hayes in the Pfeiffer Falcons. 2:39 to go. It's a 10-point ball game, 62-52. And what has been the key for Pfeiffer getting this one back at least a little bit closer?
Yeah, they've been doing good attacking and just sharing the ball. Alexis Bynum, Maya Horton just leading that offense. And I guess that was a timeout there to just catch their breath knowing it's crunch time for the Falcons. And I'd say it was a smart timeout right there to slow it down, try to call out some sets coming out the timeout because it's crunch time and they have to claw back into this lead. And for the NATOs, this is not a time where you want to start turning the ball over. So I feel like for them, just trying to milk the clock a little bit and just simply take care of the ball and maintain the lead and finish out this game.
Absolutely. Aaliyah Boyce and Christina Roan, 31 combined points, half of the NATO's total output on a total 60% from the field between two of them. Boyce 7 for 11 from the field with 7 rebounds and 6 assists. Christina Roan with 15 points of her own, and they've all come from the three ball. 5 for 9 from deep. A couple of assists for Christina as well, but those two carrying a lot of the workload on offense on a night where the Tornadoes really haven't had Josie Hester out there.
Right, right. And with Olivia Miller, she's been doing other things, even though her scoring hasn't been well like other nights, but she's still been affecting the game with steals and good boards and assists, so she's been doing good on her end too.
Efficient game for Olivia, though. 4 for 5 from the field, 5 assists. Just a quieter offensive game, as you alluded to, at least on the scoring end. Hudler tries to get the edge on Christina Roan, and he'll pass over to Isley. Isley moving right to left, goes back to Hudler. It's knocked away by Christina Roan, and nearly stolen again, and now Hudler will get by her. Bynum, left side, Finch, corner, fakes Miller out, floats one up, short, offensive rebound, Finch. Left alone, Bynum, she won't take it. Lexi Shepard corrals her. 10-point ball game and a crucial possession for the Falcons. If they don't get this one, they might be toast. Inside, Isley working on Boyce, is going to get by her and get the two. A savvy play there from the young sophomore.
Yeah, the offense stalled out, and she just simply put her head down and attacked. And that's what you like to see if you're the coach.
8-point ball game, and now a crucial stop needed by Pfeiffer. We'll see if they get it. That pass nearly taken away by Kabinas Ali, knocking it out of harm's way as it was headed towards Aaliyah Boyce. And once Aaliyah gets it in her hands down there, unless she's quickly doubled or sometimes tripled, it's usually going in.
Oh, yeah. I say they keep trying to get her with the ball.
There she is right there, but she'll pass off to Lexi Shepard. We'll see what kind of motion the Tornadoes come with here. Petty Wilkins moving to her left and nearly knocked away by Bynum, but Lexi Shepard has it. 1:30 to go, 6 on the shot clock. Petty Wilkins, Roan, 3 on the shot clock. Floats one up and too strong. Rebound, Kabinas Ali. Finch running up the floor. Behind the back, working on Shepard. Not sure she's going to get a lot of space with Lexi on her. Lexi avoids the screen. Now Kabina Ali needs to go quick. Maya Horton. Good defense by the Tornadoes. 1:06 to go. 8-point ball game. Horton charges in on Petty Wilkins. Corner. Finch. 7 on the shot clock. Up top, stepping back. Isley cannot get a shot off. Inside, Finch ripped away and stolen. A waste of a possession there, and that could be it, but a turnover immediately by the NATOs. Now another one, but a foul. And before the foul, even a timeout by Vontrice Hayes. So pretty unfortunate there for the Tornadoes. Looked like they might have had that game on ice, and Lexi Shepard immediately followed it up with just her second turnover of the game, throwing it right back to Lola Cabinas Ali.
See the look she was going for. She got the steal, and she was trying to kick it up ahead to Olivia Miller, but it's just good hands by the Pfeiffer Falcons to get that back.
And for Pfeiffer, on that offensive possession, didn't seem like a whole lot of sense of urgency there. They kind of were passing up a couple of not good looks, but at least moderately good looks considering the situation. Let the shot clock run all the way down, and that's valuable time as this one now sits with 48 seconds to go. Pfeiffer does have the ball, but still trailing by 8. Going to need probably 3 scores at least.
Yeah, and I feel like that was crucial. They did take up the whole 30 seconds on that and didn't even get a shot up. And that's not what you want if you're Pfeiffer in this situation, down 8 with 47 seconds left.
Not at all. Just under 48 seconds to go. Pfeiffer going to have to find something quick here.
Yeah.
I mean, if they have a possession like they did the last one, this one will be over.
Oh, yeah. They got to look to score quick here.
And a quick 3 probably, too, honestly.
Yeah, preferably a 3. That would be good.
Bynum. Not going fast at all. This is amazing to me.
Yeah, this is.
Bynum. Cabinas Ali. Back to Bynum. Still not shooting. 12 seconds off. Firing up a 3 now. Isley. It's an air ball. That's going to wrap this thing up.
Yeah.
It's confusing offense, and now Jada Petty Wilkins will be intentionally fouled. It'll only be the 4th Falcon foul, so they'll have to do it one more time to send the NATOs to the line.
Yeah, I wasn't too sure what the strategy was there with 47 seconds left, down 8. You would have thought they'd try to look to score a little faster than that.
I have no idea what was said by Coach Vontrice Hayes, but I do know she is a first-year head coach, and you're not always equipped with the same experience that an 8th-year coach like Donald Hudson would have. And not saying that was on her that they didn't go fast. Maybe she set up the play and they didn't run it correctly, but the pitfalls of being a first-year coach sometimes are real.
Yeah.
Christina Roan is fouled, putting the NATOs in the bonus and a chance to add on to her 15 points, and she does. 16 for her now. Nalia Boyce and her both with 16. Roan with a chance to lead all scorers with 17 if she knocks this one home, and she does just that. 23.7 to go, a Pfeiffer timeout coming. We'll take a quick break. 64-54, and it seems like all that's left here is for the clock to run out. NATOs and Falcons finishing touches be put on just in a moment. .7 to go. Pfeiffer to inbound. It'll be Isley. Looking for Hudler most likely. And she is. A bounce into her. Guarded by Christina Roan. Hudler pass to Cabinas Ali. And still, backdoor. Hudler's not there. A turnover there. And what a train wreck of a final 3 possessions for Pfeiffer, who, again, probably wasn't going to crawl all the way back to tie this one, send it to overtime or anything, but very confusing effort there at the end.
Wonder what the play call was there, but
well, clearly they wanted that back door, but A, it took too long to develop. B, it was a bad pass.
Yeah.
C, it was covered. Well, that's going to be it. 64-54, Tornadoes pick up win number 13 on the year, and they move to 8-4 in conference play. They still sit at 4th in the USA South, mainly due to that loss on Saturday to Southern Virginia. And Carson, talk to us a little bit about what you saw throughout this game as you were able to join us on the call. What did the Tornadoes do well tonight?
Well, one thing they did do well was share the ball. Nalia Boyce had 6 assists tonight, and she played a big role in that offense.
no interview.
Tornadoes, Christina Roan with a big spark for them off the bench. Total 17 points, hit 5 threes, so she was very well. It was a good team win, team defense overall. And for Pfeiffer, it just looked like it was, the aggressiveness started a little too late down the stretch is when they really started attacking more and looking to score, being aggressive. So it was an all-out good win and scrappy win for the NATOs. And if you're down on Hudson, you'd be proud, but your team could probably play better.
7 different Tornadoes scored in this one. Christina Roan with 17, leading scorer for the Tornadoes, 5 for 10 from the field, 5 for 9 from deep. Nalia Boyce with 16 points of her own, as you mentioned, 7 for 11 from the field, also with 7 rebounds and 6 assists, so a really good performance and a lot more distribution than you usually see from a post player, the likes of Boyce. Olivia Miller and Jada Petty-Wilkins both with 8 points. Olivia Miller with a really efficient 8 points, 4 for 5 from the field, 5 assists chipped in for her. And then a couple of other scorers, Alexis Marshall with 6, Michaela Street with kind of a quiet 7, 3 for 5 from the field, also had 3 rebounds, a couple of turnovers. And then you look at what Pfeiffer did. Kennedy Hudler with 9 points. Leading scorer was Alexis Bynum with 14. Right behind her was Hannah Isley, the sophomore forward. In 31 minutes, she chipped in 13 with a couple of rebounds, 1 for 3 from deep. And for Pfeiffer, it was 6 players getting into the scoring in this one. Bynum and Isley, the leading scorers. And then finally, getting into these team stats, they finished nearly identical in field goal percentage, 45.5 for the Tornadoes, 44.4 for Pfeiffer, and not super different from deep either. As a matter of fact, Pfeiffer 7 for 18 from beyond the arc, Tornadoes 8 for 23, so a better three-point clip as well, 9 free throws to 6, and really, I think where things went wrong for Pfeiffer was the turnovers, 26 of them, and points off of turnovers, 21 for the Tornadoes, as well as an advantage in points in the paint, 30-22. And the Tornadoes did a really good job dishing the ball around, 19 assists to the 11 that Pfeiffer had. And so really, when you look at it, it looks like, to me, Carson, it came down to the turnovers and the assists, the ball movement, and how clean each team was getting into their sets, or really, for Pfeiffer, the lack of clean execution.
Yeah, and obviously, like you were saying, the first-year coach, so, they're not the same expertise, like you were saying, as an eighth season coach. But you wonder what the plays were ran and what led to those turnovers. But like you were saying, 26 turnovers as a team is just not going to get you a win against a team like the NATOs. And like you were saying, they shared the ball extremely well. The NATOs did tonight, 19 assists. And in that zone, they did a good job of attacking, getting in the middle, kicking out for threes. And I feel like that was the key to success tonight. Absolutely.
Well, Carson, 64-54 the final. Tornadoes getting victory number 13. And as we mentioned earlier in the stream, you're a member of the Brevard College men's basketball team. Can you tell us a little bit about the matchup that you guys have this weekend?
Yeah, this weekend we got a home game at 2 p.m. versus Southern Virginia, a team that we lost to a couple weeks ago. They're a good team. Haven't been playing or isn't playing the best basketball this year, so we feel like we have a good opportunity to come back and get a get-back game, as we like to call it, and get the victory against them. And it's a game we need to win, coming off a tough loss against Mary Baldwin last weekend. But, yeah, this is a game we definitely should be able to come out on top against Southern Virginia.
100%. Just about 2 weeks left in the regular season. Then it's time for that familiar USA South Conference tournament for you guys and for the women's. Hopefully we get home games for both teams here in the Bosch. But a 64-54 Tornado victory here on a blackout night in the Bosch. Another conference victory. 13-5 on the year are the Tornadoes. Carson, it's been a pleasure having you on, getting you to join. Hopefully you're able to again at least one more time before the season concludes.
Yeah, man, Brady, this is awesome, and I appreciate you letting me be up here alongside with you. It's always great to be up here with you, and, yeah, like you were saying, I hope I get a chance to do another game this season, either in the playoffs or regular season with you, man.
Absolutely. 100%. Well, Carson Evans alongside me, Brady Penn, Tornadoes getting the victory, 64-54, career victory number 87 for head coach Donald Hudson. Until next time, I am signing off saying let's go NATOs.